So, this is Punchline. This is a pop figure that came out for the fall exclusive figures for the new con. They always do these con exclusives that they'll share exclusively with different stores. This being Hot Topic, and I was in the neighborhood that day because I don't live normally near a Hot Topic, and this is going to be the first and last time I am ever going to go to a pop premiere, because this was a shit show, and I can't imagine putting myself through this goddamn autofocus. I can't exactly. I don't think I could ever put myself through that stress again, because holy shit, that getting this along with two other figures was the biggest pain in the ass, and also have made me really question want to be a collector. Quick answer is yes, I'm still going to be collecting pop figures, but I am not going to be doing any more pop premieres. I'm just going to go into the store and get it. I'm just going to, and if it's not there, I'm not even going to bother. It'd be like, oh well, I didn't get it. But as it stands, yeah, I'm never doing one of those pop premieres again, because let me kind of go through this whole scenario with you. I thought I don't normally do videos where I talk about my life, but today was just such a bad experience of getting this all for this and two others. The other two figures were the Hot Topic exclusive of the Drowned from Dark Knight's Metal, and the High Priestess from Samurai Jack. Now my friend Jason is actually sending me Jack and Ashi when they come out. He's also sending me Boba Fett and Tamaki and a few other characters. But yeah, so let's go through this. Let's just go through this and try to talk about this, because this was something else, and I can't imagine going through this on a daily basis. I could not do this, and my nerves could not do this. So, fucking autofocus, man. Anyway, so I get there about 30 minutes before the store opens, and I see a bunch of people there for Hot Topic, all to get these pop figures. And they're and the people at the store take a number. I'm like, oh, that's what we're doing. You take a number or get fucked. And they literally said, get fucked in my face. So take the number, take the figure I want, which is literally the only one they have left is Punchline. So one last Punchline left, and thankfully got it. And among the crowd, they have everyone line up, and the people there, I was trying to be friendly. I was just trying to be like, hey, I'm here to collect, and we were all talking about the figures, and I was like, hey, I'm a collector myself, and they're like, oh yeah, how big's your collection? I was like, over 200, and they scoff at me and think oh, you ain't a collector? I'm like, yeah, I got a collection. It's a huge wall. I mean, look at that. He's like, no, you're not a real collector. Don't talk to us. I'm like, get fucked, asshole. And it doesn't get any better from there. I'm sorry to say that this story does not get any better from there. So, basically, they're like, don't even make eye contact with us, normal. These elitist assholes. I'm so fucking tired of these kind of collectors. I've encountered... They've been around for a while. Either they're comic collectors or they're figure collectors of some kind. There's always those... being in this fandom, being in a nerd-centric culture, you are going to run into these kind of people, trust me. You are going to, at one point or another, run into these types of assholes, and they're just gonna mock you and belittle you for anything, because they think they're superior. If having anything is gonna make them superior to you. So, that was fun, So, as we all line up, people are, still talking amongst themselves, and even giving me they'll occasionally look at me and be like, you don't belong here. One guy even said, you don't belong here, you don't belong here, normal. And I'm like, yeah. And keep in mind, they're holding reserves for multiple figures. So I'm clearly these guys are either super collectors, or more importantly, they're scalpers. It's more likely that these guys are more scalpers than anything. And these guys were very elitist. Like, they wouldn't make eye contact with me, and like, so as you're going into this Hot Topic in particular, it's a little store, and you have to make a loop around, and there's a wall, a shelf for pop figures, and that's also where I got the Drowned and High Priestess. I was actually about to get the Guardian, but it slipped out of my hands, and I bumped it. I didn't damage it in any way. I even checked it over. I was like, okay, it's still good. The guy in front of me says, put it back, and I was like, why? He said, because you dented it. It's lost its value. I'm like, no, it's fine. He said, put it back, or I'm going to break your neck. This is a big dude with a beard, and he's like, already like, put it back. You have, put it back. You don't belong. That doesn't belong to you anymore. And I'm like, I collect this shit from. I was like, this ain't fun. So the guys on both sides of the line are like basically shame me into putting the Guardian pop figure back, and they're like, don't touch it again or we're gonna hurt you. And I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ, these people are insane. And throughout the whole line, they're just talking about getting a hands on these figures and trying to outclass one another with these pop figures. And keep in mind, I'm going to say this again, is that I love collecting these figures because it's fun. I like, look, for reference, let me show you. I love that. I'm proud of that. I'm going to keep collecting pops because it's fun. But that was an experience I never want to go through again. And it gets worse. You're like, oh, how can it get worse, Multi? Like, there's no way that scenario can get worse, right? Like, there's no way that can get worse. It get worse, not for me, but there's a woman there, an old woman, probably there to get, and I even overheard, like, she was looking for presents for, like, I think it was her nephew or her, like, someone she's related to, like, either grandchild or nephew, but either way. It's an old woman. She's, looking through the shirts and whatnot. She's not even near the figures, and she's, like, trying to get through the lines, and people are getting aggressive with her. Because they're like, don't cut in my line, old woman, or, like, they're getting aggressive with her. And the people in the store aren't doing anything. They're just trying to, get people through the line. They're just trying to get people through the line, and they don't even notice any of this, so these people were getting aggressive with this poor old woman who was trying to find a way at the end of the line, and I was afraid for a second someone was going to kill her for a second. So, and when I tried to, like, say something, they, like, say something will hurt you, and I'm like, oh my, like, there is aggression here, like, legit aggression. I always heard stories about, like, people going nuts over, getting pop figures and stuff like that. I never thought I'd experience, because I was like, that's got to be like a rare occasion. There's just people who can't function in society, and then I run into these assholes. So, yeah. Yeah. So, got my figure, got all three of them, left, and I made a swear to myself, I'm never doing this again. I'm still going to collect pop figures, and if I find, like, a specialty, like a special con one, yay me, but if I can't, I'm not going through the pressures of camping out and getting these figures. I am not going to let my hobby get poisoned by this experience. But I gotta say, it really did hurt the experience. I'm still going to do it, but if I can't find, like, another figure of these, I'll just be like, oh well. Oh well, that's all I can do, is just be like, oh well. Hopefully I can find it somewhere else, or maybe Jason can find it for me. That's really all I can do. But I'm never going to another pop premiere. And for the life of me, I am never going to another pop launch or whatever, premiere launch, whatever the fuck it's called. But I'm never doing that again. People were getting aggressive over this shit. It's little figures that we're dropping $15 for. Fucking calm down. But like I said, am I still going to collect pop figures? Fuck yeah. I mean, again, if you saw the wall, you know this ain't going to stop. Like, this ain't going to stop. And yeah, I'm just gonna keep going. That's all I can do, is I am just going to keep on rolling. And yeah. But when it comes to pop launches or premieres for specialties, I'm just not going to do it. Not again. I'm not going to deal with these people again. Because this is just a psychotic level. And I know most of them are scalpers. I know they're just going to go on, like, they're just going to, like, flip this around and put it on eBay or whatever for like a double the profit. You know, really just hammer home that, you know, we're taking multiple figures and then putting them on the internet and like draining the market for their own purpose. And it's not like the Funko Pops have been like, you know, the most reliable as of late for release dates, because, you know, fucking supply chain has been weakened. So, and they know it. So, yeah, I'm never going to do another Pop premiere again. This is my first and last time. Never going to do it again. If I can't get these Pop figures that I want, like from specialty cons or whatever, oh well. Never doing it again. Just not. So, anyway, I know this is kind of a weird video. Like, honestly, I know this is a weird video, but I was like, this was such a horrendous experience that I just needed to talk about it. And maybe for those collectors out there, maybe you guys have experienced this too, and if you have, like in any capacity, please comment below, share your story. I'm curious to know if that's like with pop figures or comics or something like that. Please comment below. I'm curious to know if I'm not the only one here, because I can't be, right? Anyway, once again, hope you all enjoyed this. Other than that, I'm Mr. Multiverse. If you haven't already, go check out the link description below. That's where my newly posted Ghostbusters Afterlife review is. And yeah, just hit the link below to my Patreon for exclusive videos. Other than that, I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.